Okay.
Now we are on the air. Everyone from the entire world can see us, can make comments, and can hear this beautiful dog too.
Yes.
So we have few questions. We have few questions in our class. Questions from our participants, and we have the topic. The topic is from.
What is noise?
It's Irina making tea or something.
Her son.
It was nice here. So we have a topic today. It's topic about TED Talks. I think that everyone has watched it because we have a lot of comments. And the topic of the talk is how to make hard choices. Who will be our first speaker? I think it will be Gerard because he's the most he's the most prepared guy here.
Okay. And he is the most brave, the bravest.
Thank you.
Yes, Gerard, everything what you like about these TED Talks, about your way to make hard choices, just everything about this topic.
Well, I think the TED Talk is a little, I don't know, complicated to find the gist of the TED Talk because she explains many things, but we only can find her solution in one sentence. Yes. She said a lot of things, how difficult, okay, but I have to look at the text intently to find the place where she explains what should we do to take hard decisions. So let me see. Yes. She says that we have to find the reasons in ourselves. We have to make the decisions, the reasons to take a choice. Not only ponder a decision because of value, you know, what's better, what it's going to give me more money, but sometimes the reasons are subjective. The reasons to make a choice, a hard choice, are subjective. So there are things which matters more for us. But I don't think always those things are right. For instance, some people are pondering whether they want to quit smoking. And maybe the reason is that they enjoy it.
Do you have examples of these reasons? Do you have examples? What it should be? It's not a so clear part for me. It's just she said just make reasons. Okay, how? What is these reasons?
I think the speech is not clear because she explains how difficult it is make decisions. She explains how he chose to study law instead of studying philosophy. He liked philosophy better, but she thought with law would make more money. She explains a lot of things, but only in one sentence explains the gist of the speech. I think she should have explained better that.
Okay, can I ask you something, Gerard?
Yes?
Even if the speech was clear, okay, I'm sure you will just create your own reasons as far as I know you. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So what I think is that our logic behind our reasons. What do you think?
Yes, we create our reasons. Sure. But sometimes we deceive ourselves as well.
I don't think that she explained about logic. I guess she tried to express that we should concentrate on our feelings rather
Yes.
than
Yes.
on logic.
Yes.
Because she said that we could do these things or these things because the society wants us to do something, or because we will be wealthier because we choose one choice rather than another choice. But we should go along with our feelings, our own, how to say, talents.
Maybe instinct, Irina.
Which word?
No, I'm just talking, I just watched the video and I thought about it, and I'm not such a logical person, but what I think is that sometimes we feel what to do.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking.
And it's and it's all about my questions. I write this question before in the class descriptions, and my question was, does this feeling made our decisions better? because because in my world it's not. When we made decision by feelings, usually it's not the best decisions. What do you think?
I think not better. If I listen to my feelings, sometimes I may make mistakes, but I learn from my mistakes. I don't know. I'm not logical, as I told you before. What do you think about it, Irina?
I go along with your opinion, Leila, because I think that it's better to follow to your own feelings rather than another person's opinions, or because we must do something because of different reasons. No, I think that it's better to make mistakes and learn from our mistakes. And I absolutely agree with you.
Thanks a lot. This is ladies' solidarity.
Okay. But I have a counter example for you, and on your area, it's about children. If the feeling is the best motivation to make decision, why we teach our children? Let them make mistakes each day. Don't help them.
Oh, Ivan, I don't want to talk a lot. I want everybody, just should talk, I think. But I will tell you one thing. When I spent all those years with my son, I tried not to make the same mistakes which my mom made. Because I thought about it a lot. Sometimes she made mistakes, and I tried not to repeat those mistakes. For example, I want my son to stand on his own feet. In my culture, parents help their daughters, sons a lot, so they don't know anything about life.
But it looks like you had a plan. It's not about feeling.
Thank you. I'm a rebellious person. Don't think of me as an example. So what about you, Ivan? What about you?
I totally agree with Gerard. This video just say nothing. It's so complicated. Let's think that we can do something. That's all. Just make reasons. How? What's the reasons? I don't know. Just make the reasons. So I'm not a big fan of this video, particularly, but about hard decision. I have my own way about making hard decisions. It's bad one, but I got used to it. I'm just wait for that moment when I have to make decision immediately. I have only 1 second to make this decision because I cannot wait anymore. So it's my way.
You're just a decisive person, but I know a lot of people who can't make their own independent decisions. They just do what other people want them to do, and
the same thing with me. If I have a lot of time to think, I will be think endlessly. I will think and think. Pros and contras. It's better. It's never will end. So, but if the time is ended, I will say this one, and it will work some way.
You see, you're decisive. You're resolute.
I don't know how translate it, but maybe for that time it's only one decision already. Maybe all others are died or something else happened.
What about you, Gerard?
You know, I told you on the text and the space that I use a Chinese book, a very old Chinese book called I Ching.
Yes, tell us more.
There are some proverbs, and you have 3 coins, and you flip them, and you get some results, and a sentence appears, and this sentence can be interpreted.
Wow.
Yes, but this sentence is something that you can have different meanings, but inside you'll find the answer, because sometimes we know the answer of what we need, what is better for us. So this book helps us to find the answer, and it's not a magic, it's not a forecast, foreseeing something. It's something that comes out from our inner self.
Okay.
I use it like times. It worked very well.
Sounds like
very well.
Sorry. It sounds like one more for feelings. Because you already know, you just need some ritual to say it.
Yes. It works.
Okay, so but is there everyone who likes the video, who understand what that lady tries to say?
I liked this video because she talked with very young people in the auditorium, as I saw, and I think that this TED Talk is previously mostly addressed to younger generation, to the younger generation, to students, to children in their maybe 14s or 15s or 16s, because I know that they just do what their parents and teachers want them to do. So she says that they should think on their own. And I think it's very good educational video for them.
Yeah, it's good for children as well.
But if I mean, Gerard and I don't understand how to make the reasons, how the young people will understand this?
She expressed very clearly, like as Gerard said, that you should think on your own. Make your own mistakes. Don't follow fashion or the decisions of society or something that is not go along with you. You should just feel what you want and go ahead.
It's a hard question, but sometimes I think that some traditions, some wisdom from older generation are good.
Yeah,
So,
but he's right, Ivan. I like it a lot. So I'm taking notes now.
well, my point was, you know, I know many people who follow the traditions, who follow the advices from parents, and they are happy. And also, I know the people who concentrate on their own feeling, and they are not happy.
Because you have to pay for your happiness, my friend.
So,
this is what I believe. Because if I follow my parents' advice, okay, I follow some of them. But I never follow everything because I have to find my way.
And
Karina, are you with us? Karina, hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hi. Hi. Welcome to you guys. because I
noticed.
didn't find anything fascinating about this video. I was coming to see what I
Yes.
missed.
But
You missed a
I just
lot,
noticed it.
Trina.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I just noticed it that you unmuted your mic, so I think.
Yeah. My house is not very quiet today. My kids decided to be sick today, but I don't think they are sick. But they want to stay home. So they are making a lot of noise. This was the reason I mute myself before.
Okay, so it's not your turn. It's not. You don't want to talk, right? Or you,
I want to ask you, which, no, Leila actually.
Yeah.
She said, I follow some of my parents' advice, but not all. How you choose which one to
Oh my
follow,
dear.
which one not?
Oh my dear. You know, the ones I suffered from are the ones that I like, that I don't like. So what I have done is, for example, let me give you an example. As a child, if it was forbidden for us to enter the living room, I used to enter because I was a naughty child. And if I broke a vase or something like that, my mom just punished me. But I did just the opposite to my son. I said, okay, you broke it. I can understand it. You did it by mistake. But don't do it again because I don't have enough money to buy another one. That's it.
Aha. Oh.
So, you know, that these are some, small examples, but this is the generation gap, so we have to keep up with the changes, not to such a great extent, but to some extent, I believe.
The mentalities are changing actually.
Yeah, my dear. Yeah.
Kids are almost equal with parents when they talk. At least in my house, I have a debate with them. It's not enough to say do this. Why? When? Now? I can do it later. If the grades are a little low, oh, but I was the best in my class. So every time I have something to explain for hours, and I miss my parents' way. You need to go to school to learn to have the best results. Nothing more.
Yeah.
We did this. But kids now, at
yes,
least in my house, are equals.
Trina, but tell us how you make hard choices, because just everyone shows their tricks. Now it's your turn.
Every every choice is hard. To wear pants or a dress. It's a hard choice in the morning.
Well, I
About what? About
about some theories that we have limit of decisions what we made during the day. That's why some people wear the same t-shirts each day, because they just don't want to waste decision for this one. They want to.
It's a hard decision. Yeah, see.
They want to save this decision for for
and
important
money
things.
too. And money, I can tell you the secret.
No, I'm
money.
It's not a joke. I am serious.
I know how serious you can be. I'm laughing. Yeah.
So, for instance,
I do what I want, actually. I did everything I wanted.
For instance,
I can't change my mind from 1 hour to another. If I want to be a doctor, I want to be a doctor. If I want to sweep streets, I sweep streets. It's about my decision, but in the future, maybe streets will be swept by a machine. And the doctor can be replaced by a machine. So it's a hard choice. A
So,
lawyer, I can't think have any chance to be replaced by a machine. Being a lawyer, I guess, is the best.
yeah. Once
Leila?
I read Irina's comments on Loop about her children, and I like the way she treats them, Irina. While you're just trying to train them, educate them, do you have hard choices?
Of course, I had hard choices. I especially have hard choices at my work because the profession of a doctor is so complicated art. You should think perhaps this how to pronounce, I don't know, diagnose.
Diagnosis?
Diagnosis, perhaps this diagnosis, and we should think, and sometimes we don't have enough data to make the final decision according to laboratory data. We should think on our own, and we should risk. And it's very hard because sometimes children die because of our mistakes. Not because we are silly, stupid, lazy, and so on, but because we don't know exactly what happened in our patients' bodies, and we risk, and we take risks. Yes, we take risks, and it's so hard. It's very hard decisions. I don't have so many problems with my children because I know exactly what I should do, but I don't have enough time and energy to give them everything that I want to do, that I want to give them.
Okay, thank you.
So, Rina, you must be the most experienced man in this hangout about making hard decisions.
I don't think so. I think that I have just very hard work where my decisions can change my patients' lives, and this is really hard.
But as long as I know, the doctors have some special tricks about making decisions, like consilium, like ask others.
Yes, but sometimes it doesn't help. Of course, every time we consult with the other specialists, we discuss every time, and we take all different people opinions and the laboratory data, but it doesn't help in not in every case, rarely. Sometimes, occasionally, but sometimes it doesn't help, and we should risk.
I always think about these consiliums like a way to take accountability apart. So it's not me; it's many people decide this. No, it's not true.
But finally,
it was a joke. I'm sorry, it was a joke, but it sounds good. I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so.
Do you know how looks Irina's patients? Like a bottle of Coca-Cola are not bigger than 2 kilograms. So this is the hard choice to make a small body a very hard decision.
You know, when you say decisions, I would like to, if Ivan let me, I want to discuss with you that Marta, Ivan, my friend Ivan.
Yes.
No, whenever you think the timing is okay, we can. I would like to discuss this quota with you later or now. It is your turn. You're the boss today, right?
The chairman.
Yes, but let me make a small comment about previous sentences, because it's not a joke about saving decision. It's a real theory, and I know the guy. sorry, we have some. It's a real guy. It's Mark Zuckerberg, who is creator of Facebook. It's his theory. He wrote about it, and he said, "I always have the same car, the same T-shirt, the same wife, and because I save decisions for something big. So I just retold it to you. It's not my theory."
He economizes, how to say, save energy and time. Just don't thinking.
Yes, and when I
wishes this T-shirt.
It's a black T-shirt. You can just Google Mark Zuckerberg and you will see this
Yeah,
T-shirt.
I know. It's good.
So, but when I first time heard about this theory, I like it, and now I'm part of fan of this theory. I I have the same T-shirts in my wardrobe, and it's good for me. I never have to choose.
You have the right T-shirt.
Yes, and we can go to the Leila questions about Martin Luther King. We have a quotes in our chats. So anyone?
This is Martin Luther King Jr. actually.
Right.
It's not the father.
All what I know about Martin Luther King, and I never know that he's junior or father. All I know it's a speech about "I have a dream."
Yes.
Yeah.
Gerard, please read that for us. Gerard.
Okay, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Oh.
What do you think? I mean, I just want to listen to you, everybody. I just wonder.
As for me, it's hard for me to understand this, to follow this, because I like to have plan. I like to know what will be at the end. I don't want to step in the water if I don't have a boat.
I would think about jumping from a cliff. You don't know
Irina?
how down is.
I disagree with Martin Luther King, and I agree with Ivan that it's better to know the final aim, the final goal, to take the first step, because we have so many choices in our life, and if we can try everything, we just will not have enough time for our families, for our work, and so on, because it's worthy of knowing the final goal. Then you can try. You know what will you achieve at the end.
Okay.
We are so busy. Perhaps Martin Luther King lived in the times when people were not so busy. I don't know.
I don't know either.
And he could try everything.
Maybe he's just trying to, provoke the crowd or something like that. I'm not sure. Gerard, can I learn your opinion, my friend?
Yes, I have a clear example. Christopher Columbus wanted to circumvent Earth in order to get a faster route to India. So he discovered America, the American continent. So
Yes.
he had to take a risk because he didn't know the distance. He could have easily died in the middle of the ocean. But
So,
he took a risk.
He had the final goal, Gerard. He had to discover a land to make trade, and so he saw the final goal about Columbus.
But it was very risky. It was very risky at this time.
We all risk in our lives, and I don't think that Martin Luther King told about risks. I think that he suggested to take everything that you can come across and go ahead without seeing the final goal.
yeah.
we have two good questions. First one, what the Martin Luther King mean? Maybe we translated wrong. So what if he did not tell about the goal? Maybe it's about, you just don't know all the.
Segregation. It
Yes,
was
you
about
don't know all the
segregation at
steps.
that time.
Yes, you don't know all the steps. You know the goal, and you just make the first step. I don't know. I can translate later.
Okay,
Leila, tell us.
next class we will talk about it. Why he said this?
We need to ask him.
No,
But
I mean,
actually, if you see, he is after this speech, he has shot. Was shot. So
yeah, after that.
speech. His dream killed him. Actually, in Tennessee. Where?
Yes, in
Was
Tennessee.
him in
You're right. I
Tennessee? Yes.
remember some things, right?
In 1968, I guess. No, I don't
I'm not
remember.
sure. I will check.
Yeah,
But the thing is that after I watched this video, the TED Talk, I remembered this. Because, I mean, you can say that I'm an extreme, maybe I am, but I just remember this one because making hard choices, take the first step. I'm like that. I'm not sure, but you're right. Logic must be, on the first place. You're right.
okay, let me change the side. Okay, if you if you like logic, let me be unlogical. So I think that be logical is a good strategy for you, for everyone. But the humankind, the people in general, have to have some people who make not logical decisions. Some visionaries, someone who breaks the rules, someone who do something new. I just like that it will be another people, not me, but we need them.
To do the dirty work, how we say, and do it, reap the fruit.
So it was a good example of opening America. So we need some guys who make mistakes, who do something wrong, but it's enrich all of us.
You need a person who make mistakes a lot. You can visit Turkey. I don't want to say anything
It's
more.
not a joke.
It is a good joke.
It's a good joke. Okay. No. I like to know what is next, not only first step. At least I need to have a plan, to dream to something. I can
So we
try
have-
everything.
We have a lot of vocabulary in our details of class, but I don't know. If we had a teacher Lee here, I'm sure it will be useful for us to read that. But now, who will make the examples with these words?
What about outright?
Okay, we
What
have
is-
teacher Leila.
Sorry?
We have teacher
Yes.
Leila here.
No, I mean, Lee is my teacher as well. He's good, and I'm a teacher as well. But you must keep it in mind one thing. We learn from each other every time. And this is my philosophy. I never say I know everything, but I can ask you outright, for example, what it means. I can give you some example if you want. He is outright right. What does it mean?
Complete right.
Very good. This is one of the meanings completely. And the second meaning is that one, we should leave outright. I'm sorry, I have to close the door. Okay, we should
Well-
leave outright. So it's the second meaning at once.
Let me copy some words from this video, from Gerard's post.
Yes, on a par, what it means, Irina?
One upon?
On a par.
On a par.
On a par.
Like in France, I guess.
Well, you know, short remark about this video again. When I watched it, I just realized how funny to hear about comparable numbers or something like this from philosophy. How would say? She learned philosophy, right? So
Yeah.
how we call it now? Philosopher? I don't know.
Philosopher.
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 And
So-
on a par is the same. I guess
Yes,
in French it's the same expression,
Philosopher, yeah.
but I don't remember exactly.
Yes, but it's very interesting that not all numbers are comparable in math. So it's not true that you can compare any numbers. We have complex numbers, we have a lot of things in math, and it's not so easy like it's always greater, less, or equal. It's not so simple with numbers too. So it's not only about people, it's not only about decisions like this.
Depends of the system of operation when you talk about numbers.
So what is on a
One
par?
of the meanings,
Comparable.
is approximately equal. On a par.
Yes.
Par, yes. On pair. In some language, par means even numbers.
Yeah, but in English, on a par means approximately equal.
Да. Yes.
There is an expression here that has a difficult meaning. Agency. Has a different meaning here. Agency. The sentence is put your agency behind. I think agency here means free will.
What means? Excuse me.
Free will. Free will.
Free will.
Free will.
Ah,
Yes, put
I
my
didn't
agency
know.
behind. I didn't know this meaning of agency.
Me either.
Yes,
Put
my
my behind.
dictionary don't know this meaning too. And we have amen, hello.
Oh, amen.
Do you hear us?
So, Gerard, agency has a lot of meanings.
Mhm.
This is one of the meanings here, I think.
Something new.
Who can make an example with agency in this meaning?
For example, if you say this meaning, you say, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me think.
When she take a decision of getting married, she didn't have an agency of her own. She didn't
I
have an
never
agency of.
heard this use. I read a lot, so I don't know if it's. Holly has a software we can find the usage of a word. I don't remember. What's the name?
So, Gerard's sentence is okay.
It's okay, but it's used in American English. This is my
Yes, I
problem.
know. I know. You know,
Yeah.
that's my problem. I know British English and, you know, a lot of times American English, right?
I don't want to talk like an alien.
At
I want to talk like normal people.
at least most of them American English and British English are common. My Russian English is not so common as this.
Now,
You and Irina are unique.
can we go on or do you want to stop here?
Well, I don't know. Is it clear for everyone? Agency, because it's not clear for me, but I will work later on this.
So,
I believe what
agency.
Gerard said, but I have to see how it's used by newspaper or
When you
some
say agency, it is travel agency, something like that, you remember. But here, it has got a different meaning. So leave your thoughts behind and, you know, put my agency behind. It means don't think of your free will. Just maybe think according to the rules.
Yeah. Maybe we translate it like rules. Maybe it's a better approach. But free will and agency, I don't know. Maybe.
But this is an, just not a very common use. Put my agency behind.
Yes.
Okay, let's go on.
What about, Ivan, you just omitted on the cutting edge? You know that?
We call it like rocket science or something like this.
Yeah, cutting edge of technology. It's used on.
Well, in my place, we often use this expression like it's not a rocket science. It's like it's not something special.
Be trendy.
It can be cutting edge is the high tech.
Yes. Be trendy, very up to date, right? Ivan, gnash your teeth, please. Show us.
It's not mine. It's Amen. Make a lot of idioms from the video. Make a list. Made a list.
No, you can show us how you gnash your teeth when you get angry.
Gnash your teeth.
It's from video. So the full sentence it's too soon to gnash teeth over this situation and too early to surrender to any frustration.
Yes. Frustration is a negative word, so the action is negative as well. Gnash your teeth is, how can I say?
Your teeth.
Squeeze your teeth and you can hear the sound of your teeth. I can't do that.
But it looks like it's idioma. It's idiomatic way. It's not really about teeth.
It is just gnash teeth over the situation to others. Yes.
Grind your teeth.
Yes.
It's used.
So it's like something like get angry or like this.
Yes. When people get angry, they gnash their teeth. Some of them, at least.
Yes, I'm still using the Amen lists, and the next one, it's nuts to believe. Idiom. It's nuts to believe.
It's difficult to believe.
No.
You need to be crazy to believe.
It's nuts to believe.
Going nuts. Going crazy.
Going bananas.
For example, I will copy paste that sentence for you. Just a second. Here is my sentence. Okay, Irina, will you please read that?
Bill clenched his fists and gnashed his teeth in anger. The wolf gnashed its teeth and chased after the deer.
So gnash. Do you understand it?
But for me, it's very literal in this sentence. It's not idiomatic way, right? It's just translated.
Gnash teeth over the situation. It means, if I'm not wrong, okay, give up because of anger.
You think it's give up? I think it's.
I mean, it is because of anger. Okay, for example, show you're angry or annoyed. Do you understand? Show you're angry or annoyed. I'm trying to write. I'm not good at writing, but I'm trying. To show you're angry or annoyed about something bad. That you cannot do anything to stop. So here it is soon to gnash teeth over the situation. Don't get angry or annoyed.
Some people gnashing their teeth in sleep.
Yes, you're right.
This is the reason doctor recommend
But here's one is right. It's a kind of
to protect the teeth.
Yeah.
Some plastic device.
Yeah, it's a silicone actually.
Silicone. But it is to show you're angry or frustrated. What about it's not to believe?
Yes. What is that?
What does it mean? It's not to believe.
It's crazy to believe something.
Yes, it is difficult to believe.
Need to be crazy to believe.
Yes, it is difficult to believe, right?
And we have the last sentence from the video. Hard choices are not a curse, but a godsend.
Curse.
Do you agree?
How you read? Curse or
Depends.
curse?
It depends.
Cursing.
A curse.
Curse.
I don't know.
Cursing.
Well, as for me, I never think that it's a godsend. Never think so.
No.
Many times, I don't like hard choices. I like, I like easy life, so I don't like hard choices. But maybe if you ambition guy, if you I don't know, if you like hard work or something, maybe it's godsend for you because hard job make some careers better, something like this.
Ivan also Lee has written this normative powers. I didn't know the meaning of normative.
Be rules.
Ruled and I write it.
No, I had to look up the dictionary. It says relating to, but I have to see the context, how he uses it. Oh, Lee is here.
Okay, better.
Where? Yeah.
Better late than never.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Finally, we got our guest star in our Hangout.
Chairman.
Lee.
Yes.
Let's ask teacher Lee what means agency power.
Normative.
Normative powers? I'm not
Agency
sure.
power.
I'm not sure.
We need to know
agency
from
power.
you, not from dictionary.
Agency
If
power.
you know what means,
Not really. Agency, an
your
agent,
guest, your educated guest. So
an agent is a person who does something. So an agency is a company or a group of people that do something. So agency powers sounds like your support. The support that the agency gives you. Maybe the agency can do things that you can't do because they're a larger group of people. So maybe agency powers is powers that you gain because of your agency's broader powers.
but
That's
when
all I
you
could
say
guess.
put your agency behind, what you understand?
Like I say, an agency is an organization.
Yeah. So from
if-
dictionary we found agency, put your agency behind, put your freewheeling behind. You understand in the same way like the dictionary?
Agency, free will.
Because I didn't find no.
Yeah, I've never used
Correlation.
agency. Yeah, agency. Yeah, I don't normally use that word that way, but that may be a meaning of it.
Yeah. Okay, so we don't have to use it.
No, it's not a common use. So I would not use agency
Yeah.
powers.
You passed the test, Charlie. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you for coming. I was sweating here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm
We
late.
almost killed Leila.
Sirat, where did you find free will, the meaning? Because it has the meaning.
Let me look up agency in my online dictionary.
Yes.
Let's see.
Yes, and teacher Lee, you miss our main question of this Hangout. It's about how to make hard choices. Maybe you have some tricks for us or some way to solve it. Something what you like to share with us.
Hard choices. Well, the video gave you many examples of hard choices. Most of the hard choices that we confront every day in real life are fairly straightforward. You know, you have to decide if you have a schedule conflict, do you go to your son's ball game or do you go to your company party? You know, who will you offend if you choose one over the other? If your mother wants you to visit, but your son wants you to visit, and you have to pick one of those two, you know, who will be most offended or upset if you don't choose them? A lot of it has to do with emotions, you know. Sometimes, such as me in my career, and I think, I forget who brought it up, Layla, I think. Do you want to be happy or do you want to make money? And sometimes you can't find a job that gives you money and happiness. So you have to decide, well, which do you need more? For yourself, the decision is usually easy. If you don't need the money, you'd rather be happy. But if you have other responsibilities like kids, family to support, or you have an expensive apartment that you need money to pay the rent, then the happiness becomes the lower priority and the money becomes the higher priority. So that's what hard decisions are about. If you're deciding for yourself, it's usually easier than if you're deciding for other people, such as responsibilities to other people. So everyone has hard decisions. Sometimes it may be simple, like a diet. You're on a diet to lose weight, and suddenly you have this chocolate milkshake in front of you, and you say, oh, that would taste so good, but I'm on a diet. You know, sometimes a simple decision can be hard. You know what you want to do, and you know what you ought to do. And that's the hard decision, what you want and what you should do. And that depends on, one, discipline, two, what's the consequence? If I go ahead and drink this milkshake, what's the consequence? Okay, I gain a few calories, my diet is messed up for one day. That's a small consequence. But if you take a job that you hate to make more money, to help your family, that consequence is you may be unhappy and miserable for years into the future. So you have to look at the decision and the consequence. If the consequence is small, you can pick the decision that makes you more happy, maybe. But if the consequence is severe or great, then you have to put more thought into the decision.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes. You're very logical. I'm
We
going.
feel the same. Actually, the hardest choices are the marriage and your future job.
Yeah.
Why you think about marriage?
Are the times when you have to decide to be in or out, or be in, out, how long you can.
Yeah, marriage is tricky. Marriage, there are many considerations. One is, do you love the person?
Excuse me, it's a recorded chat.
Yes.
So
right.
Be careful what you say. Your wife can hear.
Okay.
Diplomatic is the best decision.
But marriage can be complicated. Do you love the person? Are you pregnant already and you need a father? Are you marrying just for money, for financial security? Are you marrying because your parents want you to marry? but you don't want to marry, you know, are you marrying out of obligation to your parents? So there are a lot of decisions that go into, should I get married? That can be very complicated.
But as for me, these things make the things simpler, not complicated. If if she is already pregnant, okay, you don't have an option. Just go.
Just pay the child support and be free again. So continue your life. So are two options already: marry or pay only the child support.
Yeah, and that depends on the man. Some men are responsible, and that is an easy decision. But some men will not marry the woman. They will run away and be gone.
But anyway, even if they run away, it's make a decision simpler, not complicated. If she told you that.
Now, that's true. If you are a jerk, if you don't care about other people, your decisions are very easy.
Yes, that's right. So just to retold you short short content of our chat before, we speaking about how we making the hard choices, and there is a few parts. Some of us are logical. Some of us use black magic. It's Gerard from his China book from China or something. And,
I missed this part. I have to listen and recap.
And some of us use feelings for making decisions. What part will you choose?
I use logic. I use logic. I do the pros and cons.
I know that. I know.
What seems logic at the time for you?
Say again?
Yeah, maybe it's what we feel it's logic for us at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you compare when he was 18 years old and 60, the logic changes.
It's possible.
The context changes, actually. The life offers something else.
Logic is usually not what you want to do. It's what you should do based on the facts. Whereas emotions are usually what you want to do based on your feelings. So if you're purely logical, there should be very little emotion in making your decision. But sometimes some people cannot separate emotion from logic. There are many kinds of people. But I try to look at facts without emotions and say, well, if I do this to make this person happy, this is the consequence. If I do this to make this person happy, this is the consequence. And I try to look not at the people being happy, but at the consequences, the logic. But everyone approaches decisions differently.
Sure.
But in general, it's a good point. Yes, if you already like some decisions, if you want it, if you have feeling about it, you don't need logic. just make it.
That's true. That's true.
So we have logic to force ourselves to do something what we don't like, maybe.
Yeah, there are many personality types, and one type is the emotional person.
Yes.
Warm-hearted or soft-hearted. They look at feelings. They look at how people will be affected. The other personality, one kind is called logical or hard-hearted or cold-hearted. They're less emotional. They look at the facts. For example, if
the right and left brain, right?
Yes, basically. And America is about half and half. We have about half people that are emotional and soft-hearted, and we have about half of us are logical and hard-hearted, and that's why we can't ever do anything, because we can't decide. For example, let's say a teenager commits a crime. A teenager steals something and he goes to jail. An emotional person's going to say, oh, I understand. Kids do stupid things. Let him go free. Whereas the logical person is going to say, no, he broke the law. He committed a crime. He goes to jail. You know, so two different personalities will perceive that situation completely different. So that's a hard decision. Do we let him out or do we put him in jail? So who makes the decision determines the outcome. If an emotional person makes a decision, they will let the kid go. They'll forgive him and say, well, don't do it again, okay? Okay. But a logical person is going to say, no, you're going to stay in jail. You'll learn not to do this again. So it depends on the person making the decision. Judges are different. Some judges are supposed to be logical and objective, but sometimes they let their emotions affect their decision.
And Teacher Lee, what do you think about the point of the speaker? Because she said that we must make our own reasons to make a decision.
I didn't. That sounds like, to me, you've already decided what you're going to do. So now you have to justify it to your mind, in your mind. It almost, to me, sounds like self-rationalization. I don't know if you've ever heard that term or not.
Yes. You need to convince yourself.
You can convince yourself. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Now I've got to convince myself that it's the right thing to do. I've got to convince myself I should do it. There's a good reason to do it.
Your mind is set up.
Yes, but sometimes we deceive ourselves.
Yeah, oh, I know this. I have so many stories.
Yeah, self-deception, it happens.
Lee, by the way, how's your wife?
She's okay. It was a false, a non-event. Everything is okay.
So she's emotional, I guess, like me. False alarm.
From Indian movies. Was accident. Too many Indian dramas are not good for eyes. For family life.
We thought we had, she wears contact lenses in her eyes. So she thought she had one or two contact lenses in her eyes because when she tried to take them out, she couldn't do it. So that happened 2 days in a row. So she said, well, I don't know if I should put another contact lens in because I think I have two in there already. So we went, so we had to go to the doctor to let him look inside of her eye to see, and he said there was no contact lenses in her eye. So somehow she took two out and didn't know it.
So any ideas how we will summarize this talking? What we learn?
So I can say that it is a chance for me to talk to Irina, Karina, and you and Gerard are, just good friends. So I really love talking with Karina and Irina, and I have understood that I'm not logical. Thanks, Ivan.
Anytime.
And I will say that I can understand everyone's English. So you're doing very well speaking English. And if you can understand me, then you're doing very well understanding English. And that's one of the purposes of these discussions, is just to listen and speak in English and see if you can follow the conversation. So and sometimes you learn some stuff like how to make hard decisions. So very good. I'm glad I caught the tail end because I've never seen Irina in real life or Ivan. So it's good to see you and hear you talk. And Layla and Rose.
Thank you.
Thank you, Teacher Lee, for being here.
Actually, I understand Teacher Lee better than I understand myself. His idea is coherent. Mine is on many places.
Oh, that's good. I apologize to everyone. I do not have a camera. I need to go buy one. I had a camera, but it broke, and I just haven't
have
bought a
a
new one
camera,
yet.
Lee. I have a camera, but I cried a lot, so I don't want you to see me like that.
Okay.
Red
We
eye.
understand,
You're
Layla.
one of those emotional people. Okay, I understand.
Thank you, thank you. But you know, a lot of people died here, so I was really sorry in the morning. Okay, I'm not changing the subject. Ivan, I must go. Thank you.
Thank
Rita,
you.
nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you, my friend. Gerard,
Thank you.
Rita.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.